Welcome to the Boss Gambling Show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Week 16 upsets to bat. Lawson is here. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Let's sling these bats. First game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Chicago Bears. The Bears. Zona plus 4.5. I think Zona wins the game. And I do like the way the Bears defense has been playing. They're getting better every week ever since they added Montez Sweat. I do think they're legit, but I don't think Justin Fields is getting better. And all of you who've watched this show the last 2 years know that. I was one of the biggest Justin Fields defenders, but I actually feel like he's getting worse. I mean, we know his passing is inaccurate. We know he's loose with the football, but we're not even seeing the big scrambles, the big plays coming anymore. And when you get Kyler Murray, you're not going to get anything spectacular. Like, I'm not saying the Cardinals are going to put up a 30 spot or Murray's going to throw for 350, but at least you know you have a competent offense that's going to move the ball. Now, the Cardinals defense obviously has its issues, and we know they're low on talent, but one thing about this Cardinals defense that you can't say, like, this team plays harder than anyone, and I think they'll be able to get stops. I also think they'll be able to get turnovers. Chicago will run this ball well. Like, they will be able to run it. We know the Cardinals have one of the worst run defenses in the league, but I think the Cardinals will be good in situational football here. I think they'll get stops in the red zone, and I think Kyler Murray will be able to spray this ball around. And when you look at the Cardinals, like, listen, I know it's not a great team. I know there's not a lot of options on defense, but I really like this receiving core, and I really like this tight end McBride. I think Murray has more options, and the Cardinals have more firepower this game. And we also need to remember, like, listen, Arizona going to Chicago, I get it. The fundamentals say, like, let's probably not bet that one. But when you look at this weather, we're looking at 47, 48 degrees, sunny, no rain, and we're looking at just a wee bit of rain. I think the Cardinals move the ball better, and I think the Cardinals have a better quarterback. I'm worried about Justin Fields. I'm slamming the Cardinals money line. Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Carolina Panthers. Panthers plus 5. We're back again. Here we are. And last week we hit the Panthers against the Falcons, and I'm double dipping. I understand this Panthers team is garbage. And how many fans did they have at that last game? It looked like it was about like 7,000 or 8,000. Listen, we're not going to get much home field advantage from the Panthers, but I think this Panthers defense matches up well with the Packers offense that seems to be folding. And when you look at where the Packers are, remember when everyone thought they were good 4 weeks ago, and then they get whooped by the Giants? I think this Packers team is in free fall, man. And they're falling down the stairs right now, and I think the Panthers give them another push. One thing I've been fading all year is, firstly, I've been fading the Packers all year, but I've been fading Jordan Love on the road, and I don't think this is a great matchup. I don't think we're going to get bad weather like the Atlanta Panthers game, but I do think the Panthers have the edge here due to home field advantage. 5 is an awful lot, and I would not be surprised if the Panthers win this game. Now, one thing the Panthers are doing better since they got the new coach bounce. I know they're not doing a lot well on offense, but I think the Panthers will be able to run the ball. And when you talk about the Packers, you talk about a Joe Barry defense that's just, it plays down the opposition. They made Baker Mayfield look like Joe Montana last week. I think the Panthers can run it for over 150 rushing yards. Bryce Young's going to do fuck all, but I also think Jordan Love does very little as well. Give me the Panthers upset against all odds. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Denver Broncos. Patriots plus 6.5. Listen, it's an upset show for a reason. Do I want you to put your life savings on Bailey Zappi money line? No. But this is a Broncos team. We've been on the Broncos. Like, listen, we judge the Broncos right. I've been saying they're overrated all year. I was a little bit shocked with how they got mauled by the Lions in that fashion. But when you look at the Broncos, they're not a firepower team. They're not going to put up 30 points. One thing they do is they grind out games. But one thing Bill Belichick has made a living on is grinding out games. His Patriots defense is playing better. They should have covered last week against the Chiefs. I do think Bailey Zappi is an upgrade on Mac Jones at this point. I do think he adds a little bit of verb and energy. And I'm not saying the Patriots are going to be good on offense, but I'm also not confident in Russell Wilson against this Pats defense. And I know you got Mile High, and we get it. The Broncos are fighting for the playoff life. The Patriots are just waiting to fail for a draft pick. I get it, but I like this matchup for the Patriots, and I also like it from a coaching perspective. Bill Belichick, he's not going to go out, man. And we've seen this Patriots team start playing better. Remember how they beat up the Steelers? I think we could see a similar upset, a similar shock the road type scenario. Now, when you look at the Broncos offense, like the best thing they do is run the ball. And if the Broncos can run the ball, they'll be able to beat the Patriots by 15, 16. I'm just not seeing it happening. I think this Patriots defense is the better unit, and I think it's the best unit on the field. Give me the Patriots in an upset type situation. Next game, we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers +2. It's Tomlin time, baby. It's Tomlin time. And listen, there isn't a lot of science with this pick. I think the Steelers can grind it out. And everyone remembers Browning's first start, and the Steelers absolutely tore him up. And I do think Browning has gotten better. And I do think Browning's going to play a competitive game. But this just seems like a Tomlin game. It has it written all over it. And I just can't see the Steelers losing this game without a fight. And I do think this Bengals defense, I do think they're worn down. I do think the Steelers can run the ball. And a big piece of news came today. Kenny Pickett returned to practice. Now, Tomlin's not saying if he's going to play, but if Kenny Pickett is in here, I think the Steelers will get just enough to win this game. And the Steeler defense, we know, man, it's been overrated. The secondary is terrible. But with Jamar Chase out, I like the Steelers' matchups in this game. And I do think this Browning stuff is getting a little bit old. I do think it's getting a little overhyped. And remember Josh Dobbs? Everyone thought he was going to be the second coming of Warren Moon. And people overreact about everything. And I think the Browning situation isn't a perfect example. We saw the Vikings defense pretty much shut him out in the first half, and then credit to him to get it going. But no Jamar Chase, and I think the Steelers will be able to put more pressure on him. They're just going to rush for it, and they're going to let Watt do his thing. I see a few Browning turnovers. I see an ugly performance from the Steelers on offense, but that's enough to win. They can grind it out, and grinding out games in this league is a fucking skill. Give me the Steelers to win in the cover. Also, last one, Colts, Falcons. Why the Colts? An underdog, like, I get it. We've won a lot of money betting the Falcons in Atlanta, in that Mercedes-Benz Dome. Like, I get it. I get it. Home field advantage is worth points. But why are people sleeping on Steichen? Why are people sleeping on Uncle Rico, the God, Gardner Minshew? I just wanted to say that. I was shocked that the Colts were +1.5, +2 when the books opened on Tuesday. Let's get this money. Merry Christmas. I want to thank all of you guys for all the support. Keep sharing the videos. And if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed? Like, there's some people who watch my videos and follow me on Instagram, but they won't hit the subscribe button. I think it's kind of weird. Hit that button. Let's get this money. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a great fucking New Year.